Welcome back. This is Watertown365. You know what this is. This is where we share the week's news. This is where we are going to be talking about how the town of Watertown Fire Department made an offensive attack on a burning garage, saving nearby houses. Did you know, were you aware of this, that the local TJ Maxx is relocating to the former Bed Bath & Beyond location in Watertown Towne Center? I mean, exciting, action-packed news. What a time to be alive, all culminating in this. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you grabbing a hold of something? Here it is. The Taste of the Town. Remember that from way back in 2019? Well, guess what? The Taste of the Town is returning. It's back. Not only that, it's returning way sooner than you think, April. So we will be diving into all that and so much more. This is Watertown365. Let's jump in. Let's dive in. So we are talking about here, the town of Watertown Fire makes an offensive attack on a burning garage, saving a nearby house. And so what's happening here is, if we pull this up right here, I don't think we have a photo. Well, maybe if we pull it up in the good old special incognito window, which sometimes helps us out. There we go. So we need to have the graphic. That way we can both show and not just tell. The town of Watertown Fire Department helped save most of a garage after a wood boiler connected to it caught fire on Wednesday morning. This happened shortly before 9 a.m. and the town fire department responded to 17193 County Route 156. There are reports of a garage on fire close to the house. People who were at home saw the fire, dialed 911. Firefighters came on scene and found the malfunctioned wood boiler that had caught fire. It spread to the ceilings and walls in the back of the garage. Flames were showing and there were no hydrants in the area, but the town's fire engine carries 1,500 gallons on board, more than enough to take down the fire with an offensive attack. So what this means, we said it a few times, this offensive attack means that they protected the fire from spreading to the house. They contained the fire to the back corner of the garage, leaving even the rest of the garage undamaged, no injuries. And the house is owned by the family of John McGuire Jr. He was a longtime Watertown Highway Superintendent, died in November 2020, but John McGuire Jr.'s old garage in his house was saved, and they also saved the fire from spreading, so good news all around. Now, since we're on a roll talking about this good news, let's talk about the Maxine Quigg Women in Business Fund. Now, what is this? Well, they support female entrepreneurs in the North Country. Applications for grant support from the Maxine Quigg Women in Business Fund of the Northern New York Community Foundation are now being accepted for 2022 awards. The fund's mission is to perpetuate the life and legacy of Maxine M. Quigg by supporting and empowering women entrepreneurs in Jefferson, Lewis, and St. Lawrence counties. Now that's quite the tongue twister, right? Jefferson, Lewis, St. Lawrence counties, to succeed in their pursuits and realize their full potential. Mrs. Quigg was a successful real estate broker and community and business leader in Jefferson County. And at the time of her death, she was serving on the Community Foundation's board of directors. So the funding opportunities here include things like financial literacy, workforce development, entrepreneurship, leadership skills, and formal education and training. Grants awarded to individuals are held to a high standard of accountability and must adhere to the same requirements as any other grants or scholarships to individuals. Applicants may request any amount of grant support, though awards may range between $500 and $1,000. The deadline for this Women in Business Entrepreneurship grant is Thursday, May 12th. And here's the information. Craig Everard, Community Foundation Director of Stewardship and Programs at Craig with a K at nnycf.org, and you can obtain an application and learn more. The phone number is 315-782-7110. So if you are a female entrepreneur or know a woman entrepreneur and you think that this is a hot tip, a good lead for them, then give them that information, have them contact Quigg. That way they can get the application and they can get this grant to get a little bit of help with their business idea, with their new startup, whatever they have going on. Speaking of things going on, TJ Maxx. Let me close down some browser windows and pull up this news story from NNY360.com. So does this building look familiar? It's the former Bed Bath & Beyond storefront on Towne Center Drive, and it is going to be home to the new TJ Maxx store. They signed a 10-year lease to get this in place. There has been a TJ Maxx down the road since 1993 over at the Price Chopper Plaza at 1283 Arsenal Street. And so they're being a little cagey about the reason for the move. Maybe it's just to be in a better location, who knows what. But this particular Bed Bath & Beyond store closed in December 2020 as part of 60 store closings nationwide. They don't know exactly when this will happen, when the move will take place, when the new store will open up, but this TJ Maxx store will be joining Target, Petco, Michaels, Ulta, Old Navy, GameStop, and many other retailers. There's also interest. Now, see, when you hear that, like, oh, Target, that sounds all interesting, but here's where it gets interesting, maybe for me. There's interest in the former TGI Fridays space. So who knows if in that restaurant in there, it might be a new Panera Bread in that location. So it's always fun and exciting, right? When there's some new restaurant. I know that me personally, I usually see there's some new place opening up and I forget about it for 6 months or 12 months, and then I go and I visit it one time and it's a lot of fun. It's a brand new place and I usually don't go back. Maybe I'll go back in another 2 years after that, but it's always fun to just check out whatever the new hot restaurant is, but also after the initial launch excitement has died down. That's just me. That's just how I operate. And there's other news at this plaza. So this plaza is just like Grand Central Station, action-packed. Sweet Frog Premium Frozen Yogurt will close its store in Towne Center. It was operated by a local franchisee, so who knows what might pop up in that location as well. So stores close, but then there's all this construction that had happened. There's all this retail space, and something new and exciting moves in, and they go and remodel, and they fix up the place and do a new grand opening. So it's always exciting to see what stores are closing, plus what stores are taking the space. Now, since we were talking about food, I mean, we mentioned Panera Bread, TGI Fridays, frozen yogurt. So if you personally are getting an appetite worked up like I am, then let's talk about Taste of the Town, which is returning in April. Now, Taste of the Town is where local food lovers, such as yourself, are invited to taste food from participating restaurants and cast a vote for your favorite. And that means that not only can you visit all these little restaurants all in one, all in little bite-sized pieces, but you can also be a food critic, right? You can also be judgmental. And what is not fun about being a person who judges things? This is happening at Jefferson Community College. It is happening on April 13th. Restaurants interested in participating in Taste of the Town may reserve a spot and register online. The web address is tasteofthetownNNY.com. When we know you're ready to taste some of the best food the North Country has to offer with Taste of the Town 2022. They are back for the 19th year and finally in person. They are thrilled to be the catalyst that brings together our favorite restaurants, wineries, bakeries, breweries, and community. So right now, they're just in the phase of getting grants or sponsorships restaurant registration, so it's more of like the vendor side facing phase, and not quite yet to the phase where they tell us, the public, what sorts of restaurants will be there, because that's the real exciting part, right, is to know what is coming up. But the resources for you are tasteofthetownnny.com. Their email address is tasteofthetownnny@gmail.com. There is no fee for participating restaurants, and businesses that would like to sponsor Taste of the Town may email tasteofthetownnny@gmail.com. And then tasteofthetownnny.com is where we're at, where these local businesses can register, and then hopefully soon we will know who and what will be there on April 23rd at the good old JCC. And so yeah, next let's talk about COVID-19 as we begin to wrap up, wind down our conversation. There were 51 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday in Jefferson, Lewis, and St. Lawrence counties. There were no deaths. St. Lawrence had 42 new cases. Jefferson County, 8 cases. Lewis County, 1 case. So it's still there, but the numbers are not quite as scary. And you know what is scary? Your insurance not coming through for you. But what you do want to do is contact McAvoy Insurance. So let's pull up their website, because I forget where they are located. They're at McAvoyinsurance.com. They have served Jefferson County for more than 50 years. They are local family-owned insurance brokers for all of your home, auto, and business needs. As an independent insurance, McAvoy can shop the best coverage for the best price to meet your specific needs. Their website is McAvoyinsurance.com. When you're there, you can get a quote, meet the team, read some articles, find out about their services, get yourself educated, and when you're ready to pull the trigger, you have a phone number, you have an email address. That is the hub for everything that you need to know. Let's see what is new on their social media, on their Facebook pages. So on their Facebook page, they say that for your spring home maintenance schedule, you should inspect your roofing for damage and leaks. They say on their Twitter page here, if I can find some recent posts of them, they say that you should get your air conditioning system ready for summer. Consider having it serviced. And then on their YouTube channel, they have different reviews. They ask if you have enough home insurance coverage just in case. They ask if you know your auto limits. So I'm the kind of person where when I go to someone's website, I like to click on those social icons and just see what's happening on their Facebook, Twitter, and their YouTube channel. And I recommend you do so as well when you visit McAvoyinsurance.com. And the other place that we highly recommend that you visit is Bering Jiu-Jitsu. Let me make sure we have their exact web address pulled up. That is BeringJiu-Jitsu.ny.com. And same deal. The website is the easiest place to go, because then you can jump into their phone number, their email address. We can see what's happening on their Facebook page. Oh, maybe they don't have a Facebook. I'm pretty sure they have a Facebook page. Let me pull this up. We go Bering Jiu-Jitsu. Alright, so they have a Facebook page. We click and like that. And today on the mats, Adult Jiu-Jitsu, 12 to 1 p.m. There is no homeschool group today. They will do a makeup day next Thursday from 1:30 to 2:30. So if you're the kind of person where you might need a little bit of encouragement before pulling the trigger or having your child check this out, maybe a safe, easy first step for you is to go to their Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Bering Jiu-Jitsu NY. And if that's a lot to type in, then just search Beiring Jiu-Jitsu Watertown and you can easily find it. And so this way you can just see some pictures and see what's happening and see everyone having a lot of fun and see what their schedule is. So that way, maybe in a week or two when you're finally ready to give this place a shot, then you already feel like you have been there. You feel like you already know them because you have seen them on Facebook, you have seen them on social media. Now, Beiring Jiu-Jitsu New York strives to create a friendly and safe environment where people of all backgrounds can come together to train, learn, and grow. They attract students who are humble and kind, and who show respect for the class, the art, and for each other. Bullies and show-offs soon find Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is not for them. This is because Beiring Jiu-Jitsu prefers to maintain an atmosphere rather than an egosphere. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is more than just teammates and training partners. They are family, on and off the mat. Come see what Jiu-Jitsu has to offer you. BeiringJiujitsuNY.com. Their location is 25519 New York Route 342. They are up in Evans Mills, New York. Their phone number is right here, 302-897-0987. And speaking of cool activities to do, nice websites to visit, we want you to visit us at Watertown365.com, where there's even more juicy tidbits and news snippets to keep you entertained, excited for many days to come that we didn't even have time to fit into our broadcast. We are talking about how 30 minutes of lifting weights, push-ups, or yard work weekly may cut your risk of death by 20%. North Country residents are talking about the rise in heat bills. Volunteers are soothing senior loneliness, giving free rides on couch bikes worldwide, and you can find one near you. The Firefighters Association reminds New Yorkers to check smoke detectors after setting clocks forward. You're going to want to click into that and figure out why that's so important. And the Watertown Councilwoman proposes a beautification program. So many cool things to talk about and see. You can also visit us at facebook.com/Watertown365, where there are posts about National Awkward Moments Day. Now there's a fun concept, embrace the awkwardness. You can scroll past and find out that we were talking about National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. That was yesterday, St. Patrick's Day. Of course that is that day. So if you are feeling already that you're missing out on all these fun conversations, give us a like. That's facebook.com/Watertown365, and Watertown365.com is the website to go to right now. Go ahead, do it while it's still fresh on your mind. Go to Watertown365.com and visit the page. You'll be glad you did, and you'll find out so much about your local town, and you'll be proud to live here in and around this area. And we will see you next week with the latest news updates, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.